Aoki's been the busier. 10 minutes first round, 5 minutes second round. Winner determined by Ippon, KO or decision.
Ready, go!
Michael Chavello, Guy Mesga with you ringside. Hansen struts out of his corner. Both men fighting southpaw. Hansen, a lot of power in his strikes. Got to look out for the jumping knees. Aoki fancies himself these days as a quite competent Muay Thai fighter. But no doubt Aoki's going to want to take this one down and try and sub Joachim Hansen. Oh, wild right hand from Hansen early on, and already Aoki just grabbing hold of the right leg.
Lift it up. Yes.
You hear the corner of Hansen saying, lift it up. Aoki going to take him down. Still can't get him on the canvas. Hansen grabbing the ropes momentarily. Referee was straight in there on the champ. And now Aoki gets him down into side control. Good start this from Shinya Aoki.
Yep, she's okay.
Ripping right hand there from Joachim Hansen. Aoki, though, looking very composed inside control here. Very patient fighter, very cerebral fighter is Aoki. Always thinking. Self-confessed MMA nerd, Shinya Aoki.
Well, it's interesting. The referee is warning Hansen about hitting the back of the head, and Aoki keeps turning his head, so every time a punch comes, he turns it so he takes it in the back of the head. It's, I don't know, it's kind of weird dynamics here.
Aoki trying to mount him here. Knee on belly. Not working though for Aoki at the moment. Inside the half guard now of Joachim Hansen. 54% of fans on bloody elbow said Hansen to defend the title successfully. 45% voting for Shinya Aoki. Butterfly guard here from Joachim Hansen, controlling the arms of Aoki.
He did a real good job. You know, he was in side mount position. Instead, he got a pretty good position here.
Momentarily looking for an armbar as he threw the legs up there. Well, there's a position you don't want to be in. And got one butterfly hook in. Now, on his back, Joachim Hansen, the champion. Aoki inside the half guard here. Just controlling Aoki's left arm. Left wrist is Joachim Hansen.
But again, nothing is really going on here. Aoki hasn't really thrown any punches, anything like that. Anybody who's done anything really has been Hansen. That's pretty.
Referee moving in there momentarily. Looks like there was some confusion to do with the glove.
Maybe
and there's a punch from Aoki.
He might have got stuck inside the glove. That's one, the Pride gloves, or Pride gloves, are the same gloves they use in Pride. They're a little bit easier to get your thumb stuck in there than the gloves that are used mostly in America.
Aoki punching from inside the guard, looking to pass again. Trying to go to the right side of the body here of Joachim Hansen. He was already inside control earlier on in the round, was Shinya Aoki. Little popping right hand to the orbital bone. Downward hammer fist strike from Aoki. And you can see once again, Hansen looking at pulling down to his chest, not allowing Aoki to posture up here. Throws the legs up to Hansen, looks to close the guard. Throws the legs up again. Can he lock on an armbar? No. Back to his feet momentarily. Double leg here from Shinya Aoki. Down they go, Aoki again in the top position. You can hear the corner of Joachim Hansen saying, push the head again, Joachim. Butterfly guard now from Hansen, the champ.
What they're talking about there is they want him to push his head away from his body so he can get his hips away and come up to standing position. That's how he got out of there, by guiding the head away, keeping his strength there, deflecting him, and then he can get his hips away and stand up.
Shinya Aoki goes to half guard now. Aoki just smothering him at the moment, trying to work his way around, maybe back to side control, maybe to a full mount position if he can. He's got any number of submissions available to him as Shinya Aoki. Maybe one of the most diverse submission artists on the planet is the Japanese challenger here. Again, looking to pass the guard, Aoki. Short hammer fist strike to the ear of Joachim Hansen.
I don't know if you saw, but Joachim Hansen slipped a little uppercut in there, too. He's given as much as he's getting on this position. In fact, he's really the busier guy right now.
Good up kick to the sternum from Joachim Hansen. Aoki didn't look like he wanted to pass, but content just to sit in the half guard, it seems, here. Almost halfway through the first round. This marathon first round set for 10 minutes. Second round will be 5 minutes long. Looking very relaxed as the champion, Joachim Hansen, his first ever title defense. Indeed, his first fight since winning the title on July last year. There was always a lot of concern tonight if Hansen was suffering some ring rust, coming back after almost a year-and-a-half layoff and coming back at a championship match against a fighter the caliber of Shinya Aoki.
Yeah, that's always a problem. I mean, Aoki is a dangerous guy. Oh, nice up kick.
Oh, Aoki in trouble! Well, what are they calling time for? He kicked him with the up kick. What happened there, guy? Again, we've got a controversial moment in an Aoki fight. Aoki the favourite on betonfighting.com. Nick Kalikas, the odds makers, -190. Aoki, Hansen at +150. Referee will recommence from this butterfly guard position with Hansen on his back. Aoki in the top position. Trying to get a few quick strikes in there, then he ties up the right arm, does Joachim Hansen. Aoki scrambling for position here, goes inside the guard. Hansen rattling off on the left hand. Trying to posture up here, Aoki. Hansen throws the legs up.
Hansen's really kind of going for submission attempt there. That's pretty gutsy against a guy like him. Against a guy like Aoki.
Ooh, nice heel kick, Hoist Gracie style to the kidney there from Joachim Hansen. I like it. Foot on hips here from Hansen. Rips the right hand into the side of the head. Aggressive stuff. Throws the legs up again. Maybe looking for an armbar. Ooh, Aoki actually led with his pelvis. Look at that. Just a strange one. Short knee there from Aoki, cutting the pie up the centre. And again, Hansen's going to look for that right arm of Aoki. You hear the corner of Hansen going boxing now. Throw the punches upstairs while you're on your back, Joachim. Good hammer fist strike and a nice kick off the heel. Left leg from Joachim Hansen. Throws the legs up once more to the Norwegian. Getting some posture here, Aoki. 3 minutes 40 remaining, first round of this marathon first round. And again, looking for the arm is Joachim Hansen. He's going for the subs, guy. They're not working for him, though.
This is interesting because by definitions how they, are supposed to score this, who's trying to finish. Oh my gosh.
There it is.
Oh my gosh, this would be unbelievable.
Oh, look at the heel kicks there from Aoki. They are tangled up like a ball of twine. This is awesome. Look at the grimace on the face of Joachim Hansen, the champion. Again, those heel kicks from Aoki.
That's it. Watch your leg. Just watch your leg.
Incredible stuff here in the first round. Oh, downward elbows to the hamstring area. Look at Hansen ripping into the legs. Aoki's going for a submission.
Yeah, he's got to be careful he doesn't get caught in a toe hold here. He needs to keep his feet flat like he is. Can't get his leg up there like that, because he'll sneak over and get him toe hold.
All tied up like a human pretzel. 2 minutes 35 remaining on the clock in the first round. And again, look at Hansen setting up the sub attempt here. So too is Aoki. Aoki locks on the body triangle. No,
a reverse body triangle.
Have a look at this. Oh, he takes the back. Hansen takes the back.
Watch the Kimura lock.
Watch the Kimura. That's what the corner of Hansen is saying. Aoki may try for it. He gets the right hand out and rips it into the smack bang of the kisser. Nice work from Joachim Hansen. 2 minutes remaining. What an epic contest for the lightweight championship. Single leg here from Aoki. Hansen thought about a guillotine momentarily. And Aoki locking onto the legs. Hansen relaxed though. Aoki double leg takes him down, goes inside the guard. This is great, entertaining stuff, guy.
Yes, I'll tell you something. The Japanese do not count the takedown as much as they do in America, which I agree with. It should be only if they do damage or they launch into something else, or just maybe for control purposes. But by their own definition here, Hansen should be winning this fight. He's the one who's trying to finish it. He's throwing more of the strikes on the ground than Aoki is from the top position. And he's the only one going for submission holds. And he almost got one. It'll be interesting how they score this.
Even on his back, beautiful up kick to the jawline, trying to put the chin through the top of the head of Aoki. Aoki looks to pass. Not yet though. Just tying up Aoki's left arm here is Hansen.
I don't know what that was about. Did you catch that?
No, I didn't catch that one either. Aoki, can he take that right leg out and pass here? Gets back to his feet, looking for an up kick again. He's Joachim Hansen, pulls the head down, trying to control Aoki's posture once more. 35 seconds remaining. First round has been an absolute ripper, as we'd say in Australia.
Whenever Aoki fights, there's always a lot of interaction with the referees. A lot of communicating with the referees.
I bet he was the teacher's pet back at high school. And look at this. Beautiful work from Joachim Hansen. And Aoki straight back onto him like a leech. 2 seconds remaining in this opening round. And the fist strikes there from Hansen. I mean, Aoki's doing nothing here.
Yeah, Aoki's doing nothing. It'd be interesting. We should have the, the one thing we don't have here is the punch count.
Is a non-happening scene. It is truly happening here yet again. A dream, about 16,000 on hand as Hansen stalks forward now on Shinya Aoki, looking to set that rear hand. Nice knee to the sternum. One underhook here from Aoki. Look for the takedown again. We haven't seen what he tried or what he did against Shaolin last time out, which was a kickboxing contest. No doubt he respects the hell out of the striking skills of Joachim Hansen.
Joachim Hansen can go for a knee bar. Go for a reverse heel hook here, although he's leaving his leg in there for one.
Joachim Hansen again early on in the round looking for a submission attempt, as Guy said earlier. It's been mostly the sub attempts from Joachim Hansen. Hume among the officials here. Great to see the wizard as always at our shows. Corner of Aoki saying close the distance. Aoki working inside the guard of Hansen. Hansen wants to put him back inside the guard here if he can. Corner also of Aoki saying don't get hooked. Keep him nice and close. Don't allow the champ to work his hands on you.
Those guys don't know what the term. The hook is a pro wrestling or submission wrestling term referring to getting caught in a submission hold.
And this is why I call Guy Mesga the Wikipedia, the human Wikipedia of mixed martial arts. There is nothing he doesn't know. I'm going to change it. No more Guy Mesga. You are now Google Mesga.
Google Mesga. Yes, you keep coming up with new ways to describe my omnipresence of martial arts.
Could work something off the right arm here. Now gives it up. Let's throw a rubber guard there. Does Joachim Hansen gives that up also. Now controlling the left wrist of Shinya Aoki. Aoki working for something here off the right arm of Joachim Hansen. Kawajiri looking none too impressed here. Referee calling for action. Ooh, nice left arm from Joachim Hansen. Whips around the back of the head and lobbers him to the right cheek. Referee's going to say, stand it up! And he's going to rip into his pocket and yellow card someone here. It goes to the champ and it goes to the challenger. One yellow card for inactivity.
I don't understand this. I mean, maybe Aoki, he didn't really try anything on the top position. But Hansen is trying to bring this fight.
Hansen on the front foot. Nice outside thigh kick from the champ, Aoki. Oh, the high knee! And Aoki double legs him, puts him down again in the neutral corner. A little bit close to the ropes here. Referee may pull them into centre ring a moment. He said the official's making sure that the shoulder doesn't fall through the ropes, and indeed the referee straight on top of it. That was a beautiful knee though earlier on. Caught Aoki, and that's why Aoki sunk down for the double leg.
I'll tell you something, Aoki is showing a lot better chin, lot better mustard than I would expect from him, because he usually, when he gets roughed up, he gets hit hard, that's when he falls apart. But he's keeping good composure. He's taking some hard shots, and he's mounted him. This is not good for him.
That was just lightning fast from Aoki. This is not where Hansen wants to be. One of the world's premier submission artists mounting you. You're in a whole lot of bother. What will Aoki work for here? What are you predicting he'll do, Guy? Maybe an armbar attempt?
Yeah,
maybe will he try and go for one of those Aoki platters, the reverse go-go platter from the mount?
He needs to go for something. I mean, he's got it. He's very, very skilled here. He's taking a lot of his time, but there's only 1:30 left. He's going actually maybe for a choke here.
1.5 minutes remaining in the second
guillotine
round.
choke would be slick if he pulled it off. But he's only got, like I said, he's only got less than a minute and a half. And
can Hansen survive here? Still looking very relaxed as the champion as Aoki applies the pressure.
Oh,
Can
he's got
Hansen?
that.
Yes. Aoki applies the pressure here. Hansen maybe, and someone pops the head out nicely.
He's going to leave that arm for the armbar, though.
Armbar! Armbar! Will we see the first ever Japanese Dream Champion? Aoki just posting up on that right arm, and he's talking to his corner. He looks okay. Does Hansen?
It's amazing how calm he is. He's in an armbar attempt here, and he's actually having a casual conversation with his corner. I'll tell you something, but that's how you get out of a move like this. You got to stay calm. You got to stay collected. You got to stay composed.
This is going to be a hard one for the judges. If you thought that Joachim Hansen had the first round, it's Aoki now with the dominant submission attempts here in the second round. Don't forget, they are scoring as an overall fight and not round by round here at Dream. Now Hansen's going to go for a sub of his own. Gives it up, does he?
No, he's just trying to get out of the armbar. He's turning his body around.
He went for a knee to the head. Rolls out of it. Oh, it's all over! It's good night, Irene! We've got the new champion! We've got the new champion! We've got the new champion! Shinya Aoki subs Joachim Hansen. Beautiful roll into an armbar. Good night. Awesome. Awesome.
It was an awesome finish because up to that point I thought the fight was a little lackluster, but he did pull out a very good armbar there. Good job.
Japan's first ever Dream Champion, Shinya Aoki. He did it via armbar. Beautifully done, just rolled into it immaculately. I want to see that one again. Aoki, the submission master, as I said, always had so many options available to him. Now his 13th submission win in his 22nd career victory for Aoki. An awesome finish right in the final seconds of the fight.
And to be honest, I think he needed it. I thought he was losing the fight. He was, you know, he wasn't winning it. And when you beat the champion, you got to beat the champion.
Here it is again. Let's take a look at it.
Okay, well, there was the guillotine attempt from the top position, which he's very good at, and he did a good job. He got the figure four around the body and then almost got it.
Now Hansen went for a knee and gives his arm
But he got rolled
up.
through.
Yeah, beautiful. Rolling armbar, and he tapped straight away.
Yeah, well, he was caught. He got a little bit off balance. He should have stayed up in that position like he was at.